So, on this episode of Bedtime Comics for the Redneck, we will be going over the absolute Batman's, I believe it's issues 9 to 12. And I read them on my tablet through the digital DC site. So, I'm not going to be able to show as many images or whatever, but I can give you a rundown of what happened, and it's a lot. So I've got my little co-host with me tonight. Got my little Halloween cat, Spooky. He's kind of chilling. So this whole story arc is it's called I think it's called Abomination, something like that. And Abomination. It is still going on. I have not got the latest issue that continues it, but what you call it? It's all focused on Bane. So last two issues had Mr. Freeze in it. We were introduced to Mr. Freeze and the revelation that there is this place called Arkham, and Joker's using it as a front. Well, Batman wants to break in, and Alfred, which I'm not going to get into all that. That's stuff when I go to do reviews for, because I do plan on doing a review for the hardcover that come out that collects the first six. But everything in this universe is different than what you're used to. Some of it's vastly different. Uh, so Alfred's not his butler. Alfred is more like an operative that is helping him. He's been chasing Joker for years. In this universe, the only thing we really know about Joker is Joker and Batman have kind of had their roles reversed. Joker is the one with all the money in this universe. Joker is the one that's been trained by all the experts and in the martial arts and all this. Bruce is just some overpumped kid who's just devoted himself to working out. Like he's all brute force and no focus to him really. Like no, he doesn't have the background training he does in the regular universe. It's just all muscle and bruteness with him. So the Joker's the one that's supposed to have all the finesse and stuff to it. But we haven't gotten all that yet. We've only been told about it. Well, Batman goes to break in this Arkham, and you got all these issues with Alfred wishing he had warned Bruce about Bane, but in the end, he didn't think it was going to do any good, and he didn't think Bruce would listen anyway. So Bruce gets in Arkham and finds out that Arkham is responsible for a lot of genetic breeding, and most, well, I won't say most, but looks like a good portion of Batman's villains are going to be coming from this Arkham. Uh, he's going after the Arc M because Waylon Jones, who is Killer Croc in our universe, has been captured or kidnapped, we'll say, and he's going to rescue his friend. In this universe, Killer Croc, who hasn't been transformed, he's still human. Penguin Harvey Dent, Catwoman, and the Riddler are all childhood friends, and they all know who he is. They all know he's Bruce Wayne is Batman. He's not fighting any of them. They're all friends. Uh, but anyway, Waylon gets caught or kidnapped and gets took to this Ark M. Bruce goes to break in to get him back and runs into a big bat skeleton, which I'm assuming is Man Bat, one of the many attempts at Man Bat, I'm assuming. Uh, and he gets jumped by Bane. And Bane is your typical muscle bound. Well, in this universe, Bruce goes at him all full force, and Bane just shrugs him off and shuts him down with every swing with a pressure point hit, and basically numbs all his limbs and captures him. So they do experiments on Bruce, and Bruce fights back. He gets out numerous times. I mean, he's there for weeks and weeks, probably months. And in this universe, his mama is alive, and she's looking for him. And every time he escapes, he gets beat down by Bane over and over and over. Well, he gets to a point to where he escapes one time, and he runs into Waylon Jones, who they have transferred into Killer Croc. And this is not your regular Killer Croc. Like, this guy is a beefed up version. Just like Bane is a beefed up version in this. Like, when he first runs into Bane's this big muscle bound dude. So let's see if I can find. I mean, I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it. But this is kind of Bane's a big dude. And that's his regular form. Well, this is what he looks like once he pumps the venom in him. Take a look at the difference in it. And you have to remember that the Batman in this universe is like 400 and some pounds of muscle, and he's almost 7 foot tall. He's like 6'9" in this universe. And Bane hopped up on the venom makes him look like he's 3 foot tall. So this is a completely different Bane than we're used to. I mean, Bane's always been an issue for him, but this is a bit much. Uh, but as you get further in, he runs into Killer Croc, and Killer Croc wants him to kill him to put him out of his misery, and Bruce won't do it. Well, Bane ends up beating him down again, and Bruce ends up getting venom implanted inside of him. And he once again escapes, meets up with Waylon. Waylon bails him out from his fight with Croc, and they take off through the sewers, and they end up getting back out to the city, I think. Yeah, they get back out to the city, and he's got this venom stuff implanted in him. Well, when he escapes, Bane goes after his friends and puts Riddler in the hospital, almost kills Riddler. And Riddler has to looks like he implants himself with this robot technology. So you've got Waylon Jones has been turned into Killer Croc already. You've got Edward Nigma, who is becoming like a half robot thing. So they're moving the pieces pretty quick. They bring Catwoman in issue 13 that I have not got yet. It's on the shelf, but I haven't bought it. So that's kind of the direction it's taken so far. Alfred has agreed to help Bruce fight Bane, or try to. They have not had Bruce Hulk out on the Venom yet, so I'm curious about how that's going to work out. Uh, there's a lot of things in motion right now. I mean, if you like these new takes on these characters, this is a really good take on it. I think, excuse me, I think once they finish this story, I think they're going to bring the Joker story up front. So we're getting ready to get into the Joker side of it. From the pictures I've seen of solicited covers, he looks like a Violator hybrid. So I'm really curious how he's going. I mean, I guess he's going to hump himself up on Venom and take Bane out, on Bane's own terms. But it's been very violent, which I like for a Batman book. It's been very mature. So let's hope it stays that way. And if I had to rate them so far, that's what, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 4 issues into it. So you've probably got 1 or 2 more issues. I would say the story is definitely like a 7 or 8. I mean, it's absolute Batman. All the absolute Batmans have been great so far. It's a nice. You have Bane in a situation that he's recognizable, but he has been majorly altered with this Hulk Venom, and he is a big threat to Bruce. As shown many times, he beats Bruce down many times. So, if you have not checked them out, you can either hit the comic shops, which I do suggest that you visit your local comic shop to support these comics. I'm just in a weird situation right now where I can't really afford to do it like I like to. So if you're in a similar boat, then the DC Infinite, I think it's called, app is the perfect thing because it's like $13 a month, and you can read the comics literally 30 days after they hit the shelf. So you're only going to be like a month behind, which is way better than Marvel's. Marvel's is like 3 months or 6 months or something. I think it's 3 months. But you can do a 30-day free trial on the DC app. So, or maybe it's a week. It might be a week. Either way, that's more than enough time to read and get caught up on this stuff. So far, it's a great story. That's where I'm leaving it. I am suggesting it. So do not sleep on this either.